Hey there everybody, Kevin here from the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 to Today Alexa skill, and today we're going to be doing our first band review. Today's band is Sleeping with Sirens. Okay, so there are going to be about 5 parts to each of my band reviews, and I'm going to go over them real quickly. First, I'm going to go over the origin story, or how I first got to know about the band. Some of these stories are going to be really ridiculous, or just completely bland. All depends on the situation, all depends on the band. Second, I'm going to dive into all the reasons why I like the band, why I think they're a great band, why I think they make good music, and so on. Number 3, I'm going to go through what I dislike about the band. Now, not every band is perfect, however, I'm not going to be afraid to point out what I think the flaws are in each and every band. Fourth, I'm going to go over my favorite song by the band, why I like it, why I like to listen to it, and why I still listen to it to this day. Last, I'm going to go over my overall rating for the band on a scale from 0 to 10. Yes, I said 0 to 10 because sometimes some bands are going to get worse than 1. Hope that doesn't happen, but we'll see. Alright, let's begin, and away we go! Alright, for the origin story, get ready for a ridiculous roundabout way of how I found out about Sleeping with Sirens and the band as a whole. So if you watch any of my content on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, any of that stuff, one thing you'll notice is I'm a huge, and I mean huge, Rise Against fan, so this is where this is going to start. So about a couple of years back, I was on YouTube and I wanted to watch the music video for Swing Life Away by Rise Against. So when I searched it up, one thing that came up was the music video for Machine Gun Kelly's version of Swing Life Away that featured Kellen Quinn. So naturally, curiosity got the best of me and I had to listen to the song. I mean, come on. Curiosity got the best of me. After I initially listened to the song, I thought it was okay. However, one thing that stuck in my head was the chorus because what Tim McElrath originally wrote and what was performed in the song by Kellen Quinn were a little different. But one thing I could get out of my head was Kellen Quinn's vocals. It was completely different than what I had expected, so for some odd reason, I was instantly drawn to it. After that, I really didn't pursue anything that Kellen Quinn had really put out there because I believe this was around the time in 2014 when Rise Against was about to release The Black Market, and let's just say I was pumped to listen to that record, so I kind of put this one on hold. So fast forward to 2018, and the Swing Life Away version by Machine Gun Kelly peeked back up in my radar again. And this time I thought, okay, who's this Kellen Quinn guy? What does he do? So I decided to look it up, and that's when I found Sleeping with Sirens. After that, I decided to listen to a good amount, and oddly enough, when I first launched the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 Today Alexa skill, Cheers on their latest album Gossip was the first song I picked. Kind of odd. So kind of in a weird roundabout way, that's how I found out about the band. Pretty cool, right? Alrighty, so why I like the band. One thing that I think I alluded to earlier a little bit, but not as much, was, again, Kellen Quinn's vocals. Those high-pitched vocals really mesh well with the sound that Sleeping with Sirens put together, and it just draws me into it, and I really, really, really like it. Okay, so why do I like the band? I think it's obvious. I think I pointed out earlier, but Kellen Quinn's vocals, those high-pitched vocals, and how it meshes with the band's sound, I think it has a great overall flow, and there's a good amount of songs that have that. If you listen to songs like If You Can't Hang and Kick Me, the band does have a little bit of a harder sound than what their average is used to. However, when listening to those songs, even though they are a little bit of a harder tone, Kellen Quinn's high-pitched vocals still mesh incredibly well with those, and those make for great, memorable songs. One other thing I like about the band, in actually all honesty, is their music videos and how they put them together. I know, this may be seeming like a little bit of a cop-out, but let me explain. There are a good amount of bands I feel that when it comes to their music videos, they kind of just phone it in. Sleeping with Sirens, not so much, because they really evoke a lot of emotion when it comes to their music videos. One of those videos I really think evokes that emotion is their video for their song Alone. Now when I first saw the video, it evoked a lot of emotion such as depression, anger, being pissed off, but that was because a lot of that I was actually feeling at that time, and the music video complemented that. I really connected with those videos, and I really connected with the angst in those videos, similar to videos such as Do It Now, Remember It Later, Kick Me, and Better Off Dead. When you watch the music videos that Sleeping with Sirens puts together, it really brings forth that angst emotion and that not wanting to be content and not content with what you're doing if you're, kind of in a mundane kind of lifestyle. So it really brings that out of you and makes you just want to do better. It really makes you want to do it, and that's why I love watching those music videos that they put together. What's the worst part about the band? Oh boy. We gotta talk about Gossip. Now, Gossip is their most recent album release as I'm shooting this video, as that album was released back in the year 2017. However, from my feelings on it, along with seeing feelings of other people who review and YouTubers, I think we all agree this is not Sleeping with Sirens' best performance, or it could possibly be their worst. Yes, I understand this is their first album on a major label. However, and I hate to mutter this word, but Did they possibly sell out because they're on a major label now? I mean, that post-hardcore sound, it just isn't there anymore. And one of the things that really drew me to the band, like I alluded to with Kellen Quinn's high-pitched vocals, they're just not there anymore. The loss of Quinn's high-pitched vocals in Gossip really takes away from the band as a whole, and it really brings down their power level. And that's something I just really connected with, was Kellen Quinn's high-pitched vocals. Now that they're not there, I just don't care that much for the album. If this is the trend that the band is going on, I'm honestly not sure how much longer I'm going to be able to listen to them if their next album is going to be the exact same idea. Now, I do understand that there's a good amount of bands that like to experiment with sound and experiment with style, and sometimes it works out incredibly well. However, in this case, by getting rid of Quinn's high-pitched vocals and kind of mellowing out that post-hardcore sound, I just don't think it was a good idea, and I am not a big fan of it. Now remember, these are just my opinions. You may feel differently, but then again, this is just my opinion. It's my video, so I'm just giving it to you straight. Now, when I first put out my Alexa skill, my first song I put on there was Cheers off of the album Gossip. However, that is far, and I mean far from, my favorite Sleeping with Sirens song. Now time for my favorite song by Sleeping with Sirens. I know it's going to seem a little weird that I go with the most popular choice out there probably, but I don't care, it's a great song. My favorite song by Sleeping with Sirens is If You Can't Hang. Once you first listen to the song, at first part, your kind of ears perk up and you're feeling really intrigued by it. Then the band comes in as a whole and you're like, whoa, this is awesome. All of a sudden it mellows out and you can hear Kellen Quinn's vocals for the first time and you are instantly hooked. When you first hear Kellen Quinn start singing, saying, met a girl at 17, thought she meant the world to me, thought I'd give her everything, she turned out to be a cheat. You can really feel that because a lot of us have already gone through that or something similar to it. And it just, you really feel it. It makes a great intro and it's a hooking one because all of a sudden then you hear the high-pitched vocals and whoosh, you're in. Right after the high-pitched vocals, you get to the part that goes, if you can't hang then, there's a door, baby. If you can't hang then, there's a door, baby. And you're just, getting amped up. Once he's done singing it and he hits the chorus real hard with those high-pitched vocals, you are into the song, there is no getting out of it, and you are stuck with it. Honestly, in my head, I can sing all the words to this song, and I knew right then when I knew all the words to the song, this was it. This is definitely my favorite song by Sleeping with Sirens. Now, I do enjoy songs such as Low, Alone, Better Off Dead, Kick Me, If I'm James Dean, You're Audrey Hepburn. I do enjoy those songs. However, no song by Sleeping with Sirens made me want to listen to it over and over and over again, like If You Can't Hang did. That's why it's my favorite song. Final verdict time! Alrighty, final verdict for Sleeping with Sirens on a scale of 0 to 10. We're going to give them a 7. Don't get me wrong, I am still a huge fan of Kellen Quinn's high-pitched vocals and how the band meshed together with that sound. However, I am very, very concerned after Gossip how the band sound is going to become going forward and how it's going to evolve, if they're going to go back to what they originally had or if they're going to keep going down this path with Kellen Quinn's vocals being a little bit deeper. Like I said earlier, I'm not sure if this is the best change for the band. I still do like the band, that's why I'm giving them a 7 out of 10. However, it is a soft 7 out of 10 and I can't wait to hear what happens with their new record whenever it comes out. Fantastic, that is my review on Sleeping with Sirens. Remember, these are my opinions, my thoughts, my ideas. You may disagree, you may agree, not sure. You know what? Let me know. Comment below. Also, if you like this video, if you like listening to these band reviews, maybe album reviews, maybe some just random things about rock music from the years 2000 to today, hit that subscribe button down below. I will put out a new video every Wednesday. Alright everyone, from the My Song of the Day Rock 2000 to today Alexa skill, I am Kevin and I am signing off. See ya.